Good morning. So I woke up around 4, like I do every morning, for whatever reason. 3 or 4. I mean, I know the reason. That's when angels and spirits are trying to talk to you. But it was weird in that time period. I kept hearing, you're peeling back the layers of pain, you know. And funny, I shared some of that with a lot of you yesterday. Actually, over the weekend. But it's things I've kept in. Us Aquarians do that. It's up here. It very seldom comes out here. And when it comes out here, we are very blunt about how we feel, especially if we're not really attacking that person in front of us. Sorry, I'm working on my morning tea. So a lot of you witnessed me kind of like leaking out pain. um, Knowing that I need to come to terms with things that have transpired, and it's kind of where we're at. But it's funny also. I had drawn this picture the other day. I don't know if you can see it. I went and asked my daughter, "Can I use your Sharpie markers?" And it was at that moment me feeling like a good heart feeding into a broken heart, and instead of them falling apart, at least helping them put a bit of armor, trying to have a hardened heart, and me still trying to feed them something. But in that same sense, realizing that I myself can bleed myself dry. And a lot of us tend to do that. We love people, and we want to do whatever we can for them. And a lot of times it's at the cost of our own health, well-being, mental mindset. And the hardest part is when you love somebody that you do have to let them go. And you have to send them off with well wishes. And instead of looking for how they've wronged you, how you can hate them, because it's easier to let someone go like that, right? It's better for you to think of what they did give you, how they did help you, the lessons that you did learn, and send them off with love and gratitude. And that's the hardest part. Saying goodbye to someone who is still on this earth that you could still talk to, but you know that you can't connect to. So, like I said, a lot of you were witnessing me almost detoxing from toxins, which is wild. I started thinking it's like a diary of my ups and downs, my misery, and then my happiness, and then failures and successes, and just all these different things, right? And I know a lot of you are going through it yourself. I know this is why I'm here sharing and telling and doing these things. Also know that the moon's going to be full soon. I don't know when. I just know that energy is changing. And around the full moon is when things get more chaotic. Even my kids in the classroom start acting, I don't know. I call them heathens at that point. They become something extra. So hold on during these phases of change, transformation, understanding, growth, whatever it is you're going through, because I know we're all going through something. And I try not to tear other people down just because I'm hurting. There's no point in that. If we do that, then we just become the predator in this world rather than, not to say the savior, but the caring, nurturing side that can help bring that back. And when I was laying in bed, I thought, I miss my grandmother's hug. that warmth, that compassion. There was something about her. She was like dancing in a field of sunflowers. I don't know how to describe her, but she was a very wise woman. And I know she's with me every day of my life. I thought, how do I get back to being who I was? And it's taken a long time. Yesterday, also, on April Fool's, my daughter got me a few times, but that was a 1-year mark of a choice that I had made, that we went through a lot of hard times after that. But here we are, Success came from those trials and tribulations. But yesterday was the 1-year anniversary of that mark. So I know also that, like, my body remembered, oh, this is what happened last year. Excuse me. And that's another thing. Our bodies tend to hold on to pain and things that we didn't necessarily want to choose, that we've had to choose. And that's the funny thing about me. I kind of get forced to make choices because the situation gets so uncomfortable. And I've always heard that if you don't make the choice, the universe will disrupt it until you leave, because you're not supposed to be there. And at this point, also, Pluto just came into the sign of Aquarius. And Pluto is the one that if you have things you're holding on to that you don't need to be holding on to, they will be ripped away from you drastically, And it's just time to learn to start letting go, right? Like the kid at the playground who doesn't want to go home kicking and screaming, no! Yeah, we can do that, or we can just be like, okay, we'll come back another day. And it's kind of where my heart's telling me to be at. Let it go and just keep your heart open. And that's the hardest part. Not shutting down. Because even some of the things I was saying yesterday, it's funny, I went and watched a tarot reader after I'd made a video. And I had made a video around the same time that her timestamp was on her video. And I was saying the exact same thing that she was reading at the time about, I'm just so sick and tired of people. I'm tired of always serving people. I'm tired of people coming in and out of my life. And it made me go, like the energy was already there. And I just so happened to be recording at that time. And that energy was passing through me. And it's ironic, of course, as a tarot reader, she's picking up on these things. But she was basically giving a reading of how I was feeling at the time I was feeling it. I don't know if that makes any sense to anybody. It was just kind of like, for me, to realize that these are energetic shifts that are occurring right now. And when it comes down to it, these shifts do affect every one of us, Everyone may not be intuitive or open to looking at situations and understanding them, or even choosing the correct choice, but we all have the possibility. So when it comes down to it, the more work you put into it, the more prayers you put out, the spiritual baths, the practices that help you raise your vibration and open those channel ways, it allows there to be a possibility for you and other people to get that intuition back, to start having that internal compass that guides you and allows you to pretty much protect yourself, So, I don't know, this morning just feeling kind of meh. And like I said yesterday, those are those choices, right? Wake up every second, there's something different. And my mornings have been starting off like, yay, I'm going to go get it today. And today is the opposite. So funny thing is, now I'm finally dealing with the pain that I've just been keeping inside. And who knows, hopefully the sun comes back out. I think it's trying to. And I'll go hang out with some vitamin D outside and finish my green tea with my honey. But sorry, I'm trying to drink it while it's still warm. But if you're going through it, just keep going. My daughter's been singing that song, if you're going through hell, keep on going. I know it doesn't sound good. It's very early in the morning. But if you need to reach out, reach out. If you're going through it, sending you love and light, we'll make it. The moon's not always in a phase forever. It's constantly changing, just like we are. But I hope you have a great day, and hopefully I'll feel better in a little bit and come on with something more positive rather than more of a Sheena diary and an understanding of where I'm at in my life to hopefully help you if you're in the same spot in your life. But I will holler at you later, and for now, bye-bye.